Section 5. Getting an Education. Unit 1. At School. In Class Listening 1. Interviewing School Pupils.
You're 14, aren't you, Susan?
Uh-huh.
Can you tell me something about your school?
Yeah, it's a comprehensive in Watford. Mixed, so they're boys and girls. It's okay. We've just started GCSEs this year, and I'll be taking them next year, so school seems different now. You know, more serious somehow. Last year I studied more subjects, but I've had to drop art. I've had to do Latin instead. They made me. Said it would be better for university. My parents agreed. But I don't want to go to university. I want to go to art college. But it was a choice of Latin or art, so art had to go. I hate Latin. It makes no sense.
Do you live near school?
No, it takes me quite a long time to get to and from school. 2 buses here and 2 back. Oh, it takes an hour each way. My parents wanted me to go to a mixed school where you could get an all-round education, not just academic subjects, but music, crafts and stuff. That's why I travel so far. School day starts with assembly. The whole school is supposed to be there at 9 a.m. in the hall. We have to sing hymns and listen to the headmaster. He's got a thing about litter, and usually the day starts with him complaining about the litter round the school. Then it's into class. We move from classroom to classroom, depending on the lesson. I love English. Our English teacher, he's also our form teacher, Mr. Harrison. He's an unusual man. What I like about him is that he listens to us in his lessons. He's not just the teacher, you know, talking all the time. He lets us bring in the songs, poems and stories that we like. We have a half-hour break for lunch. I bring a packed lunch because school dinners are disgusting. We have to go outside in break times. Prefects patrol the school, kicking everyone out, which is okay in summer, but miserable in winter. Mind you, if the weather is really bad, they let us stay in.
Do you have to wear a school uniform?
Yeah, green, maroon and grey.
And how old are you, David?
I'm 15.
And you go to a public school, don't you?
Yeah, that's right, in Canterbury.
Can you tell me a bit about it?
Yeah, sure. I'm a boarder, like most of the school pupils, except for about 30 who only come in the day. I've just gone into the 5th form, which means I'll be taking my GCSEs this year. I'm doing 10, but I don't think I'm going to pass them all. I'm really bad at history, and the teachers make the lessons so boring.
And what about your favourite subjects?
Well, my favourite subjects are chemistry and physics. Those lessons, well, they're really good, and the teachers are nice, especially Mr. Black. He's our chemistry teacher.
I see. And what about the school day? I mean, when do you get up, and what do you do in the morning, and so on?
Well, we have to get to breakfast before 8:30. If we don't, we miss it. Actually, I quite often do miss it because it's really disgusting. And anyway, I like lying in the morning. But if we miss breakfast, we have to get up anyway because there's assembly at 9 o'clock. You have to be clean and smart for school too. I mean, you have to have your top button done up and your tie on properly. That's just one of the stupid school rules. Like, you have to call the teachers sir, and you have to play rugby and hockey.
Do you play those sports?
Well, I'm in the thirds hockey team.
What does that mean?
Means I'm not very good at it, actually. I don't care anyway, because I hate the game. It's always freezing and cold and wet.
Are there any other sports you like?
Well, I like tennis, but that's in the summer. And swimming I like too.
Do you like school generally, or not?
No, not really. I miss my mum and dad. And Mum's food. The meals here are absolutely awful. It's potatoes with everything, and everything's always overcooked and tasteless. I'd much rather be at home.
And Tim, how old are you?
Just 17. I decided to do my A-levels at 6th form college. Quite a lot of my friends stayed at school to do their A-levels in the 6th form. I decided I needed to change from school. They treat you like kids there. College is much better because it's freer, like, you know. You decide yourself whether you want to study or not. Makes you feel more responsible for your own studies. I'm doing French, English and history. You can choose whether you do 2, 3 or 4 subjects. My favourite's French. I'm really looking forward to spending a year in France when I finish my A-levels. I might do a business studies course after that, or find a job. Most lessons start at 9:30. It's great because you don't have to go to assembly or anything like you have to at school.
What are the teachers like?
Well, they're mostly friendly and do a good job. Most of them are called by their first names. I like Jim, our French teacher, best. They expect work to be handed in on time, but there aren't any lists of rules, like, it's up to you if you fail.
Do you have to wear a uniform?
No. People mostly turn up in jeans and trainers and casual clothes. It's much more comfortable than a tie and all that.
What about the lunches?
Well, there's a self-service canteen, which isn't too expensive. Some people go out at lunchtime or bring their own.
And how about your endeavours in the sports field? I mean, let's go into...